Hello, got a ukulele instrument review time, something quite different for you that I've been looking forward to. It's a ukulele that's really not much like anything else I've ever seen. It's from a brand called Seagull, and Seagull are a name that I've actually come across many times over my life with guitars. Seagull Guitars, Godan, part of the same group. Simon and Patrick, Art and Luthery, all the same company. They're a Canadian company. Their instruments are all made in Canada. They're all really well respected for being good quality, and you may recall I looked at the Godan multi-uke a couple of years ago on GotAUkulele. I really liked it. Similar, it's the same company, it's the parent company to Seagull. And Seagull have put out this recently, plus one other, which is called, this is the Uke Steel SG Burst EQ ukulele. It's a steel strung instrument in the soprano scale, surprisingly. And they put out another one which has nylon strings, and we'll come on to some of those differences as we get through it. So yeah, soprano scale, steel strung electric, really unique shaped body, really nice sort of contoured chamfered body, very reminiscent of the Godan multi-uke. This is solid pieces of maple in 3 pieces. We've got a solid piece that runs all the way up through the neck and a couple of wings. And then if you can look inside, probably not. It's kind of carved in there to get the shape. So you've got a bowl shape and a solid spruce top, all finished in this satin burst. It's really attractive. All of those edges, not a sharp edge on it. It's one of the most tactile instruments I've seen. Really, really nice. Yeah, interesting sound hole shape. Pretty ugly looking scratch plate, I must say. And the controls on the front there, which I think are also far too big and ugly, but there we are, you may like them. We've got a rosewood bridge with pins and a compensated tusk scat saddle. Difference from the nylon uses a tie bar style rosewood bridge, but otherwise same sort of thing. And this has a pickup, naturally, it's the jack socket, and that is the battery compartment, very reminiscent of the Godan multi-uke on the back there. Up to that one-piece neck, which, as I say, just kind of is all part of the body piece here. It's really, really nice and smooth. It's quite deep in profile, and it's also extremely narrow. Now, this is a 30mm nut. Now, people will say, well, Barry's going to hate this because he hates narrow nuts. Well, I do on nylon-strung ukuleles, but that's like a mandolin nut, and it's narrow, but mandolins are narrow, and it's because the string gauge is much thinner. Now, bear in mind, on the nylon version of this, you get a 34mm nut. So Seagull have recognised that the nut width can change in line with the string gauge. These are really light, these are really thin strings, and actually we'll come on to see how I play it. So we've got a 0 fret on the rosewood fingerboard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 frets, all dressed nicely. Position markers at 5, 7, 10, 12, 15. They're repeated on the side, and you may also see that the end of the fingerboard kind of floats over the top of the top, which kind of helps with the vibration of this top, which doesn't feel massively resonant, but it is an electric. Up to the headstock, I love that shape, very different. Seagull logo there at the top, truss rod cover so the neck can be adjusted, and geared tuners with white buttons, which are quite attractive. No case, which is a shame for an unusual shaped instrument. I'd want a case with it, and it's £370 in the UK. Now, I'm going to have a play of it, and I'm going to play it with a pick because these are steel strings and I don't want to shred my fingers. And then I'm going to stop the video and we'll plug it in, because it's really about plugging it in. Playing it acoustically, it's not a huge amount of volume, and I don't really like the tone, but it does sound like a mandolin. Let's stop the video, let's plug it in, because this is really about playing around with these effects, and I'll then do a bit of summing up and tell you what I really think of it. Back in a moment. Hello, okay, we're back again. I've now got it plugged in, and it's plugged into a little Yamaha fancy thing there. I've got this just on a completely natural setting, neutral setting, gain, no boost on the bass, middle treble, no effects, and it sounds much nicer. But of course the fun you can have with it is by putting it through sort of more and so on. It's huge amounts of fun. People are going to look at this and say, that's not a ukulele. Maybe it isn't. They're going to say, that's not a mandolin. Maybe it isn't. I don't really care. It's a musical instrument. It's really well made. I think innovative people are just going to have hours of fun with just playing with effects, using the pickup. It's really, really good fun. These cost about £370 in the UK. One gripe I've got, doesn't come with a case. It is what it is. But, you know, as a fun instrument, extremely well made with that Godin heritage. What's wrong with that? I've really enjoyed playing this, and I don't want to give it back. The the Seagull Uke Steel SG Burst EQ ukulele stroke mandolin stroke electric guitar stroke musical instrument. Recommended, I think. A lot of fun that. Thanks for the loan from World of Ukes, who are stocking these. I'll see you soon.